If this found you, your 2026 is about to change. I used to be completely stuck. Not because I wasn't smart, not because I didn't want more. I was stuck because I could not trust myself. I could have a perfect plan, a perfect Monday, a perfect new me, and then life would happen. My mood would shift. My nervous system would spike, and I would disappear from my own promise. And it was not until I accepted these six truths that I was able to truly change my life, rebuild safety in my body, and become the kind of woman who follows through. So, if this found you, your 2026 is about to change. Because if you are ambitious but keep falling off, and you are ready to stop starting over again and again, here's harsh truth number one. I call this inconsistent identity. What if I told you that the real reason you can't stay consistent is not discipline? It's identity. Because your body will always choose what feels familiar over what feels true. I started meditating when I was 15. Back then it was on-off. Mostly because I had anxiety and I needed something to calm me down. But at some point it stopped being a practice and it became a necessity. Because whenever I meditated consistently, my whole life aligned effortlessly. And I don't mean I got lucky. I mean I noticed a pattern, people, opportunities, clarity and love, even small desires. They showed up in my life and they stayed. But whenever I stopped, the same things that once felt aligned would slowly fade away. And I remember thinking, why does it feel like I'm doing everything right, but nothing sticks? And then it hit me. The outside world is not random. It's a mirror of how safe and connected you feel on the inside. Here is the reality. Most people don't lack willpower. They lack internal safety. So when you try to get obsessed with your new identity, but your body associates obsession with pressure or with proving or with survival, you will self-sabotage. Not because you are broken, but because your nervous system is protecting you. It loves you. It wants the best for you. So here what I want you to do. Write down the exact moment you usually fall off. Is it day 3? Is it when you feel behind? Is it when you don't feel results fast? Name the moment. That moment is your pattern. Harsh truth number 2. Your nervous system is the real boss. What if the real reason you quit is not laziness but overwhelm? Because for years, my body lived in a constant alert. Scanning, analyzing, performing, fixing. It learned early on that closeness could mean danger. That love wasn't predictable. That peace didn't last. So even when life got calm, my body didn't interpret calm as safety. It interprets calm as something is about to happen. And that's why so many women can do intense but can't do consistent. Because intense is familiar. Consistent is unfamiliar. Here's the reality. Your body doesn't change from big decisions. It changes from repetition. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one promise so small you can keep it, even on a bad day. 5 minutes, 1 page, 1 walk, 1 set, 1 email, 1 video idea. Your only job is to keep the promise. Because self-trust is not built through motivation. It's built through kept commitments. Harsh truth number 3. You don't get what you want most. You get what you repeat. For a long time, I thought I need to want it more, to be more inspired, to have more vision. But wanting is cheap. The only thing that counts is repetition. Because repetition is the language the subconscious understands. And I had to face something that humbled me. I said I wanted peace, freedom, and love that feels safe. But my days were training my body for chaos. Scrolling when I felt discomfort, overthinking instead of acting. Waiting for the perfect moment, starting strong then disappearing. So I had to stop asking what do I want and start asking what am I practicing. Here's what I want you to do. Look at your calendar. Look at how you spend your mornings. Look at what you do when you feel a trigger. Circle that one habit that keeps you in the old identity and replace it with one behavior that creates the new one. Just one at a time. Because 2026 will not change from a vision board. It will change from a pattern interrupt. Here's the harsh truth number 4. Clarity comes from motion, not thinking. I know nobody wants to hear this, but you will not think your way into a new life. You will move your way into it. I didn't feel ready when I started going deeper into my subconscious work. I didn't feel ready when I started rebuilding my nervous system. And I didn't feel ready when I started building my work from the inside out. But I learned something. You only feel ready the second time you do something. The first rep is always uncomfortable. The first rep is always messy. And this is why people wait. Because they confuse discomfort with danger, but discomfort is often just growth. So here's what I want you to do. Write down one thing you have been preparing for, and then break it into the smallest first step and do it today. Now, send a message, write the outline, go to the gym now, post a video now, record the draft now. Because action builds evidence, and evidence builds identity. Harsh truth number 5. Your thoughts are not fact. They are old programs. I used to think my mind was me, and if my mind said, this won't work, or you will fail, or you will never stay consistent, I believed it. But those thoughts were never true. They were memory. They were old emotional programs. And I started seeing it like a system that needs an update. Because sometimes your mind is running software from your past, trying to protect you in the present. And the way you know it's outdated is simple. It keeps you small, it keeps you stuck, it keeps you repeating. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you hear that voice, label it. I notice I'm having the thought that I will fall off again. I notice I'm having the thought that I can't handle this. I notice I'm having the thought that it's too late. And then ask yourself, do I want to live inside that thought today? Because you can take it or leave it. And the moment you realize, you get your power back. Harsh truth number 6. You don't need a new personality. You need a new baseline. Most people think transformation means becoming someone else, a different personality, a different version. But the real change is much, much simpler than that. It's a new baseline. Your baseline becomes your new standard, your new values, your new worth. I keep my word. I return quickly. I regulate under pressure. I don't abandon myself. I love myself. And when your baseline changes, your life changes. Because you stop attracting from chaos, you stop choosing from anxiety, you stop building from desperation, you start building from safety, you start to trust yourself with your own word, you start to say, I'm doing this right. And that's when things begin to stay. And I know that sounds soft, but it's actually the strongest thing you can do. Because a regulated woman is unstoppable. She chooses her environment daily. He chooses her thoughts daily. He chooses her energy. She regulates. She chooses peace. She chooses it every time she feels that something is wrong. She chooses the feeling. So here's how you know you are doing it right. You stop making massive promises and you start keeping small ones. You stop waiting for the perfect energy and you start moving with real energy. You stop disappearing after a mistake and you come back fast. And over time, your body learns, I can handle this. I can trust myself. I'm safe in my own consistency. The moment you build self-trust like this, you stop being easy to love. You stop performing for approval. You stop shape-shifting to be chosen. You stop trading truth for connection. you become real. And that's exactly what is my last video about. The day I stopped being easy to love and finally became real. This is the embodied version of the decision, because being real means you stay with your goals, with your standards, with your life, and you don't settle for less anymore. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye, my love.